Canada may be thousands of kilometers away from the wars in Ukraine and Iran, but both conflicts are already changing life inside this country. They are affecting defense, spending, immigration, energy prices, grocery bills, and Canada's relationship with the United States, Europe, and NATO. The Ukraine war has created a long-term commitment. Since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, Canada has provided more than $25.5 billion in military, humanitarian, financial, and development support, including more than $8.5 billion in military assistance. Canada has supplied armored vehicles, ammunition, and other equipment while training Ukrainian forces through Operation Unifier. More than 47,000 Ukrainian personnel have reportedly received Canadian training, and the mission has been extended until 2029. The war has also forced Canada to spend more on its own military. Ottawa is moving toward NATO's defense spending targets, with planned investments in submarines, aircraft, missiles, cybersecurity, icebreakers, and Arctic surveillance. This could create more work for Canadian shipyards, defense manufacturers, aerospace companies, and technology firms. Canada is also preparing to participate in Ukraine's eventual reconstruction, including energy infrastructure, nuclear power, renewables, and transportation systems. The immigration impact has been significant. Approximately 298,000 Ukrainians arrived through the Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel Program. Many have entered the workforce and settled successfully, but permanent residency remains a major concern as temporary measures expire. The Iran conflict has affected Canada differently. It created a sudden energy shock by threatening shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil and natural gas routes. Oil prices rose sharply, creating higher profits for Canadian energy producers. Alberta gained from stronger oil prices, while governments collected more taxes and royalties. The crisis strengthened arguments that Canada could become a more reliable energy supplier to Europe and Asia. But Canadian consumers also paid the price. Higher oil prices increased gasoline, transportation, farming, and manufacturing costs. Those increases eventually reached grocery stores, airlines, and household budgets. Canada, therefore, faced a major contradiction. The country could benefit as an oil exporter while ordinary Canadians struggled with higher fuel and food prices. The Iran war also raised security concerns. Canadian agencies must watch for terrorism, cyber attacks, foreign interference, and threats against Iranian dissidents living in Canada. Prime Minister Mark Carney's government avoided direct combat involvement and instead called for diplomacy, de-escalation, and the reopening of shipping routes. That approach reflected divided public opinion and concern about Canada becoming involved in another Middle Eastern war. Together, the Ukraine and Iran wars are reshaping Canada's role in the world. Ukraine is pushing Canada closer to NATO and Europe. Iran is highlighting the importance of Canadian energy and the risks of global supply disruptions. Both conflicts are increasing pressure to strengthen the military, protect the Arctic, expand cybersecurity, and build more domestic industrial capacity. The larger lesson is clear. Canada can no longer treat foreign wars as distant events. Conflict overseas now reaches Canadian households through gasoline prices, grocery bills, taxes, immigration, military spending, and national security.